Hello, dear students. I'm Dr. Mazhar Ali, and I welcome you to my class Introduction to Computers for Business Management students. Today, I'm going to discuss the basics of computer networks. Uh, in this lecture, I will try to discuss uh, the basic terms of networking. What is computer network? What are the uses of computer networks? Or what do the computer network do? What are the types of uh, computer networks? How it works? What is the structure of the computer networks? I shall try to deliver this lecture in a very easy way because you are the students of you are the students of the first semester of BBA. So I will not go in the deep or not define the difficult terms to you. Just define the very basic terms and take this lecture in a very easy way that you can understand easily. So be online along with me till the end of this lecture. So the topic of today's lecture is basics of computer networks. Computer networks are the basic of communication in information technology. Means what we communicate in this modern age or in definitely the time before 2000 years. So what we use the sources that is the network, means how we send the message, how we send the email, how we talk on the different sources of communication like the mobile phone, telephone. These all things are networking, means these sources which enable us to share our data, to talk, to share hardware with each other on the computer is a basically network. So computer networks are the basics of communication in the information technology. So they are used in a huge variety of ways and can include many different types of network. A computer network is a set of computers that are connected together so that they can share information. Uh, Information means any type of the data or that should be in the soft form. So the earliest examples of computer networks are from the 1960s, but they have come to long way in the half century since then. So as I told you, it is a set of technologies. Now technology, computer is a technology, mobile phone is a technology, supercomputers, and several other things we will discuss in coming slides or coming lecture. But even in this lecture, I will discuss these all things with you. What these technologies do, these technologies connects the computers with each other through a medium. Means there may be a specific type of the media that may be guided or unguided. Guided means the physical media, means the cables, and unguided means the wireless media. So these mediums, media connects the computers and other devices to each other to share the resources or to transfer the data or to transfer the thoughts from one place to another place. So uh, computer network allow communication, means it provide you platform to communicate with each other. For example, you are talking on a telephone, so the mobile phone, cellular phone networks or operators provide you the network to communicate to each other. If you communicate from your computer uh, to your friend at any place in the world, this computer is connected through some networks, and that provide you platform to communicate or to share resources to your friends. So it collaborates between users. A user may be two, user may be unlimited. There's a no limit, but there should be minimum two users. Therefore, a computer network is a group of computers. This is a group of computers. When I talk about group of computers, means there should be minimum two computers. Means minimum two computers to n computers. N means there may be any limit. So it is a group. Computer network is a group of computers that use a set of common communication protocols over digital interconnections. When we connect the computers through cable or wireless, we use some specific uh, protocols that connects these computers we discussed in coming slides. So these protocols were digital communication for the purpose of sharing of resources. This is a very important. When we communicate to other persons, means we are sharing any type of resources. That may be soft resource or that may be the hard resource. But we share the resources located on or provided by the network nodes. So this is the purpose or the basic definition of the computer network. That what is computer network and what is the purpose behind the computer network? Why computer networks are established? Now the uses of a computer network or what do network do or uses of the computer networks. So computer networks are used to carry out a large number of tasks through the sharing of information. Therefore, these networks access to the data simultaneously or access to the hardware simultaneously. So it shares basically two type of the resources. One is the soft resources and second is the hard resources. So if we talk about the soft resources, that is the definitely files, but the general uses of the computer, if I tell you that what are general uses of computer, these are the communicating using emails, video, instant messages, and the other method definitely what you share to your friends, families, and organizations, and so on. Sharing devices means this first one is when we share the emails, when we send the email, definitely in email, what we do? We share the data. So that is a soft resources. We share different type of the data. However, access can be limited because of the bandwidth and other restrictions. We share data, and we cannot share data with everyone. We share data to the related persons or organizations. Means, for example, Mr. A required today's lectures PPT. So you will share only the today's lectures, this PowerPoint slide to that person. But you cannot, you can not share this slide to everyone. No, because this slide will not be useful for the others. So there's a definitely limited access is limited. One more, if your data file is more than some specific data weight, like in the GBs or MBs we discussed already, so it cannot be shared through the network. You have to perform some other methods, like you will compress the file or you will split the file and then send to uh, the targeted person. And now, number two, definitely there are restrictions that what are the rights are given to you. That is also access. What are rights of access given to you? Means there is a limit for the manager. There are the different rights for the end users. There are different rights. Medium users, the other external users. There are different rights. Internal users are the different uses. Sorry, access rights. And for the CEOs, there are different access rights. So access is limited at all. And it shares the devices such as printers, scanners, photocopiers, and etc. So this is the hard resources. These are not soft resources. You may share printers and other things we discuss in coming slides. You may share the files. It provides you facilities for sharing software and operating programs on remote systems, eh, and allowing network users to easily access and maintain information. So even you may share file which are available or stored on the server. File may be of any time type, the office file, movies, other videos, and sounds, audios, and so on. So all type of the files. So you may even so software can be shared. Uh, you need some site license, network versions, application servers. You need these things. For example, you are sharing files on social media. You need some platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and other things. And if you email something, you need some platforms like Google, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, and so on. Different resources. Even you may share files through your own website, own server, and different sources are here, like these online businesses. What are they doing with the Daraz, Amazon, Alibaba? They are using their own websites to share the files, sources to their customers, and so on. So network provide you facilities to share the different resources to your clients, to your organizations, different organizations, to the parents, families, and so on. And as I told you, there's the one thing is soft resources. These are the software resources in form of information and data. And other one is the hard resources, that may be the peripheral devices, the hardware devices, which are connected to server or to your computer. For example, your computer is in any organization, or a unit of the organization. Your computer is connected to a printer. Now you, and there's only a single printer, so you may share that printer to other your colleagues through the computer networks. So printers and faxes are the common shares, means all may use a single printer. This is a very good way to save the resources, to save the expenses. You don't need to purchase if in your unit you are working 10 persons, so you don't need to purchase the 10 printers. You need only the single network printer. You connect with any computer, make a server, so connect that printer to that server or that computer, any computer, and share it to others. There will be the limited access, means there should be the restriction that these persons can use this printer or fakes and so on. So this will reduce the cost per user, means you don't need to purchase the 9 printers or other 9 members. Just that 9 members, nine workers may use this printer. So this reduce the cost, and the devices can be connected to the network. Like as I told you, the printers, photocopiers, even the hard disk you may share. You may disk the high internal hard disk or external hard disk, or other even the network your resources. You may share what you want. You may share to the others. So print servers control. Even you may make the print server in the organization. If your organization is medium size or big size, you may make the print servers that all may come there. Photocopier, maybe you don't need to purchase a several photocopier for your organization. Purchase a single photocopier. Scanner you may share. So different things you may share. So this is the hard resources which may be shared on the network. This is again another benefit of the computer network, that reduce the cost, reduce the expenses of an organization, or even in your home. If you are the 5 members and working in a different organization, however, you need some printing or other things, you may share a single printer or scanner to your home, to each other. Like now we share the single router, and we share different connections. So we purchase single internet connection and share in our family. All members we enjoy that connection. So this is a sharing. If you look here, like this is a server. So this is a file server, contains documents used by the other computers. These computers are connected to this server. Even you may connect the printer to this server here. If you look here, and these all computers may share this printer. You may share the photocopier here. You may share the scanner here. You may share these things to take benefit of printing and photocopying and scanning the data. So this is a structure of the sharing data, how computer network shares the data to each other. So another use of the network is a personal communication, as I told you in earlier second slide. That email. So you may share email that may be within your local, your personal organization's email with the organization domain or the general email services. Even you may do conferencing, video conferencing, teleconferencing, audio conferencing, data conferencing. You see, if you are conducting meeting and call members from different areas, they come here, they expense, they waste the petrol, they waste the time, and even you see the what is the condition on the roads, what type of the environment here. So different things will be um expensed, and definitely time will be wasted. So, but these digital conferences or the network conferences or the computer network facilitate you the teleconferencing, that may be your a conference or even the meeting, academic meeting, non-academic meeting, administrative meeting. You are not necessary if someone in the USA, other one is uh, UAE, and someone in Germany, Russia, and Pakistan, and it's in several countries. You may conduct a virtual conference, teleconference, and discuss your organization better if your organization is multinational. And you may even conference the video conference. You may video conference or the audio conference on even on your telephone or on the mobile phone. Data conferencing, so research and other non-research administrative, all types of the conferences, meetings may be done, and this will save the time, this will save the cost, and this will save you from the environmental affairs and save your petrol and several things. Another, the voice over IP means phone communication over the network. You see what you do on the WhatsApp and other things. You connect all over the world to your friends, video calls, audio calls. So this is also a computer network. What type? These cellular phones are basically cellular network which are connected to each other all over the globe. So this is also a use of the computer network. So look here, this is the voice over IP. So you see, this is a computer, and a mic is connected to this computer, and the internet backbone means this computer is connected, and now you contact somewhere else. So you will be connected through internet. I told you already in classes that how your mobile phone or your computer is connected to the base station nearest to him, and that base station is connected to the main server, main tower of that organization, and that tower connected to the server and send that connection to the targeted user. So again, this way that is the this. So this way will again be used for the targeted user, and you may talk to each other easily. So this is also computer network. Even computer network facilitate you in the data backup. Means there are two way of the data backup. You may backup on hard disk or USBs or the external hard disk. It may be in the physical way and available to with you always. But if any disaster come, if a hard disk is fallen down, USB may be fallen down or maybe misplaced, your data will be lost. If you are using the computer network for the data backup, your data will not be lost. It will remain safe forever, and you may use it anywhere in the globe, in the world. You don't need, for example, you are using the Gmail, and you are using the Google Drive or Hotmail, OneDrive, or other, or even you purchase your cloud, or your organization is purchasing its own cloud or an own space. You make your backup on hourly basis, daily basis, weekly basis, and that will be safe. You don't need to take the files, heavy files. So this is a paperless environment. Create the paperless environment even, and create the and save your expenses as well. You don't need to purchase a heavy hard disk, RAID, and other things. You don't need just to purchase a space and put your data there, and you just remember the password and ID, nothing else. So login details should be remembered to you. And wherever you go in meetings at other places, you just open your ID and look at the data. And if you want to share, even you may share to your other colleagues, friends, families, and organizations and partners as well. So computer network provide the facility of data backup. So backup copies the data to remove data in other situations. But this computer network provide you different servers or clouds for the data backup in one step. So this will keep your data safe and provide you easy access at all times. Now, there are different types of the computer networks. Means that there are uh, the types which can be used for different purposes and by different types of people and organizations. So here are some of the network types that you might come across. So in a lecture we will discuss limited. However, I tell you that different types of the computer networks. Just I name those types, and we'll discuss some of them to you. So like the local area network, we will discuss now. So local area network, or commonly called the LAN, is a network that connects computers within a limited area. So this might be in a school, an office, or even at a home. So it contains printers, servers, and computers. Means, but there should be minimum two computers in a local area network, minimum two computers. So from two computers to n computers. So these systems are close to each other. These systems are working in a single organization, in a building, and they are connected to each other through cables, means the guided media, or wireless, means the non-guided media. So therefore, they are connected to each other. In the local area network or LAN is a comprised of the computers, servers. Servers provide services or connectivity to all the computers, and peripherals like the printers, photocopiers, scanners, and so on. So these provide you all services and contained in a one office or one building, as I told you. So organization often have several lanes even. For example, if they are in a multiple buildings, so they use the several lanes to provide services and enjoy the connectivity. Means they share resources, they reduce the cost, as I told you already, that how organization may reduce the cost. Okay. After the local area network, so even we make generate the personal area network as well, PAN. So a personal area network is a network that is based on an individual's workspace. So the individual's device is the center of the network with the other devices connected to it. So there are also wireless personal area network, like at your homes or at some uh, little offices or at home. Commonly, we generate the personal computer. We use the hub. Not nowadays, we are not using hub, the switch, and we connect our computers, mobile phones, printers to that switch and share the resources with each other. So that is the personal area network. And even that you may also call the home area network. We discuss in this slide later. So, however, a home area network connects devices within a home environment. So it might include the personal computers, tablets, smartphones, printers, TVs, and other devices. But basically, major networks are local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area networks. Others are like the personal or the home. These are the type of the local area network. But these are the major local area network, home metropolitan, or the wide area networks. So wide area networks, a wide area network is a network that covers a larger geographical area, usually with a radius of more than a kilometer. Nowadays, we also gain global area network, which connects the whole globe to whole globe. So the wide area network will also connect the major geographical area. So internet is a major example of the wide area network. Internet is a major example. When we are using the internet, we are using the wide area network because there's no limitation. We may connect to anyone in any available in any country. We may connect to any organization, any person all over the globe. But the minimum there should be the two or more lanes connected. For example, I'm using this computer. This is my lane, and you are using that your computer. We both are connected to each other through the wide area network. So over a large geographical area, this network is used. For example, I'm connected to not only in my country, I'm connected to several users available all over the globe. So we all are using the global area network. So typically use public or leased lines like the phone lines. We may be connected to the phone lines or satellite. Nowadays we are using the cable network uh, from where we live. So these are the sources to connect these lanes or computer networks. So the internet is basically network of the networks. The wider network, wider network is basically network of the networks. So it is a combination of several hundreds of thousands of networks all over the globe, but millions, billions of the networks all over the globe. So the another types of the campus network. A campus network is basically lane. That is also type of the lane or set of the connected lanes which is used by government agency, university, corporation, or similar organization, and is typically a network across a set of buildings that are close together. Like in your university, if you look, you are using the campus network. So all the departments are connected to each other within the university. Even this university is connected to other universities through the federal means a central network that is provided by the federal government or the PAN. So all the universities are connected with each other, and all the other things, even other important places are connected to this. So campus university basically used in mostly in the universities or the other government organizations which are essential to connect to the universities, or which may provide facility to the faculty members and students that may be connected to each other at every place. So this is type of the lane. So metropolitan area network is also type of the network. So metropolitan area networks are networks that stretch across a region that the size of metropolitan area. Main is a series of connected lanes in the city, which might also connect to a lane. So now there's a different lane basically works in a single building, single building or at a home or a campus and so on. You see, organization may be multinational, organization may be in several cities within a country. So that organization generates the main metropolitan area. For example, in the city, there are 7 or 10 offices of a single organization. So that organization connect all the offices to their main server. That will be because of the security and other problems that no one can enter in their network. So they generate the metropolitan area network. They connect all their organization to their server. So it's also a major lane. Means it's a combination of the lanes, but within a working within a single umbrella, or the single connected to a main server of the organization that is not connected with the others. The metropolitan area is a like the wide area network that all the servers and networks are connected to each other. No, it's some special that is limited to organization. So another type of the network is the enterprise private network. So enterprise private network is used by a company to connect its various sites, so that the different locations can share resources. So these are using the organizations, corporations, companies for uh, connectivity. And internetworks connect different networks together to build a large network. So working is often used to describe building a large global network, even like a pen. And so several types are like the backbone networks. The backbone is part of a network that connects different pieces and provides a path for information to be exchanged. And another is a global area network. As I told you already, that a global area network is like a vein, but it is a worldwide network that connects networks all over the globe, such as the internet. So vein is a commonly called the global area network. Now, the difference is that the global area network is works all over the globe. So different networks are connected to each other, like the vein is working all over the globe. So the how network networks are structured. So now network may be the server based and network may be non-server based. The server based networks are basically in server based network, a node is any network device that is connected to server. That is maybe the computer, printer, photocopier, scanner, and so on, or your switches and other things. So servers control what the node access. Uh, how many nodes or what type of the nodes? Node means any entity or computer, any device connected to server. Server controls those all nodes, and users gain access by logging. A user needs some login details. Even if you are working in an organization, you have given some login details. So server is the most important computer that provides services to the nodes which are connected to it. Means there are different workstations which are connected to server, and a computer or workstation may be connected to other computer or workstation through the server, means with the permission of the server in the server based network. And if any computer want to share the resources, they will it may use through the permissions of the server. So server is the main computer that provides services to whole a network of the computers which are connected to the server. So these are very successful and safe network, because if an external person want to enter in the network, it cannot be entered without the permission of server. Means the client's workstation will remain safe. The front at the front which fight with the externals, hackers and others, that is the server, and it provide you security and services. Therefore, the computer networks can have different designs like the server based. So with the two basic forms being a client server, so this is a client server in which clients or workstations or computers are to the server. And another is a uh, so this is a client server network, means nodes are and servers share the data roles. I told you in the previous slide, this slide is discussed in the previous slide. And nodes are called the clients or workstations, and the servers are used to control access. So database server like the print server, file server, different type of the server here, which may be another discussion, so that will make this lecture as a lengthy. So as I told you already that I will take you in an easy way and will not discuss all the things which are not necessary for you at this stage as you are the students of first semester. So this server is basically most important computer in the network. And another type is peer-to-peer networks. So as I told you that client server networks can networks जो हैं sorry, client server networks have centralized servers for storage, which are accessed by the client computers and devices. But peer-to-peer networks tend to have the devices that support the same function. Means, these devices are independent, so they are more common in homes. Client-server networks are more likely to be used by the business or organization. So, in client server, the nodes or the workstations or clients are dependent of the servers. But in the peer-to-peer networks, these nodes are equally working. It means they are not dependent, but they are independent. So these nodes access resources on other nodes, and each node control its own resources. Mr. A, if A want to share the resources of B, if B is not willing, A cannot be share the resources from the B. And same B, if B want to use the shares from A, so if A is not willing, B cannot be shared. Means each one is a independent equally. So each node controls its own resources in the peer-to-peer network environment. So most modern operating systems allow peer-to-peer and client server network facilities. So in the peer-to-peer, distributing the computing is a farm of what is a farm. So the purpose is that in peer-to-peer, computers are connected to each other, but there's no server. Means without server environment is a basically peer-to-peer, and with server it is a client server. When you establishing the server, this environment will be called the client server networking. And when you are not establishing the server, means just you establish the LAN, local area network without server, it will be called a peer-to-peer. So in homes or in some little organizations, mostly peer-to-peer networks are connected, are established. However, resources are shared with the permission of connected computers. The major difference is that in peer-to-peer there is no server, and in the client server there is a establishment of server. So there are also different types of network connections that concern how elements in the network are connected to each other. So topologies are used to connect computers with the collapsed ring being the most common type due to the Ethernet supporting the internet, local area networks and wide area networks. So these network topologies are used in the local area network only, keep in mind. Means the local area networks are using the this network topologies. So here are some of the topologies that are used to create network, and I will discuss to you. So these are the topology is basically logical layout of the wires and equipments. Means how you connect the computer to each other and what type of the topology you require. So topology is basically structure. Now it depends on the structure of your organization or the style of your organization and or resources of the organization. That what type of the topology. Topology means a structure. Keep in mind what type of the topology or network structure is required to the organization. So therefore, it is a logical layout out of the network. So definitely choice affects on the network performance. Uh, Network performance depends on topology to topology. So each topology provide you a different network performance, and even the network size that how much it's a long or small or medium or uh, large network size, and the network collision detection is also this network collision detected for these topologies. So even you may make the peer-to-peer network using these topologies, or even you may uh, make the client server environment by using these topologies. So several different types of the topologies are here, like the star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, bus topology. If these four topologies are major topologies which are used for the local area network. So computer basically transfers data through because of what happens in the computer network, as I told you, the computer share the data. We send data from one computer to another computer, send file from one computer to another computer, and so on. We share data and resources to each other. So when we send the data or email or message or what we want to send, that is divided into packets. I talk about the soft sharing, soft resources. So packets. So in networking, packet is a small segment of a larger message. For example, you want to send a message, email, or a message to your target or your friend, family, or any organization. That message will be converted into different packets. So packet is basically a small segment of larger message. So data sent over computer networks such as the internet. You may send email through the internet. So when you send the data through internet, it will be divided into packets. So these packets are then recombined by the computer device that receives them. Means when you send the data, send the email, as you press the send button, your message will be divided into different packets. And when the receiver whom you send the email or message, when that receive the data, again these packets is converted in the message or email what you send to him or her or it. So the receiving side will not feel that either the coming message was divided into different packets. So packet is basically packet make the pieces of data which may be transmitted over a network. So packets are created by the sending node, means what that may be the computer, mobile phone, server, and so on. And the data is reassembled by the receiving node, that may be the computer, mobile phone, or so on. So in a packet, definitely packet header is a used, means sending and receiving address, who sent this message and to whom this message will be sent. So sending and receiving address will be used in the packet header. Like you see when you send some post through courier services or postal services, you write the address of the target whom you send the post, and also write your address, that Shram 2, and Shram 2 means to whom you are sending the letter or what you want to send, and Shram means to who sent the data. So this is a basically packet header that this node. So in computer, definitely IPs are used. What is the IP of your computer and what is the IP of that computer and so on. So packet payload, even the number and size of the data. Also, that is mentioned in the packet board, that what is the weight of your message, like in the physical post when you send it is a weighted. So number and size of the data is counted, and what is the actual data, that is also counted. So even the packet error is a controlled. There was different techniques used by the computer networks. If any error occurs, it will be controlled automatically. Now we talk about the topologies. Now what are the topologies? Now the bus topology is the basic topology. So in a bus topology, network connection, uh, what happens in a bus topology network connections? One cable connects the computer. So that means one cable may connect the one computer or n computers. Means there may be the 10 computers, 5 computers, and n any number of the computers. But those all computers will be connected through the one computer. So information for the last node on the network is to run through each connected computer. Means, for example, you are the first computer that is connected through the cable and the bus topology, and you want to you send the data to the last computers, that is will go through all the computers, because the it will check that this data is belong to this computer or this computer or this computer or this computer, and then we'll go at the last computer where the target will be reached. For example, you are sending a post in any society, and you don't know the house number, but just the name. So what will the postman or the courier man do? He will ask from each home. Mr. A is living here, Mr. A is B is living here till the targeted. So this happens in the bus topology, that it check all the nodes which are connected to a cable uh, in the network. So there is a less cabling required. But if the cable breaks, it means that none of the computer can reach the network. It's a very big drawback. If the fault occurs in the cable, so all the whole network will be finished, vanished out. And any fault may make problem with all computers. So bus topology is also called the linear bus because all the computers are connected with each other. Like here, I tell, for example, I mark here. This is the cable, and the first computer is connected. Sorry, here this is the second computer uh, connected here, and this is the third computer connected here, and this is the fourth computer connected here, and this is the last computer connected here. Now, if you are sending data from here, so this will check this, then this, then this, then finally this. So even if you send data from the uh, mm, color, you send data uh, from this computer to this computer. So this will not directly send to him, but it will go here, then here. So this is a big drawback of the topology. And if this computer, there's a problem cable, it here, the whole network will be destroyed, and even the here. And there is also terminator is used, which drop out the bounces. That what the signal bounces here. So this terminal uh, absorb it here. The terminal it absorb it. So this is the type of that's why this the some drawback of the bus topology. But there are advantages. It's easy to set up. Small amount of wire is required, but the disadvantages are more. Like it's slow, easy to crash, and any computer may faulty, then whole network. There may be the fault. Sorry, there may be fault at any place of the cable. There may be the whole network will be vanished out. I give you another natural example. So you all are using the cable TV. So cable TV is used like they're using the Pfizer. So if there may be any problem in the Pfizer, your TV or your cable network will be finished. Another example of the topology is the star topology. It's a very good topology. I like it. So a central node connects a cable to each computer in the network in star topology. So each computer in the uh, network has an independent connection to the center of the network, and one connection breaking down wouldn't affect the rest of the network. However, one downside is that many cables are required to form this kind of the network. So in this central point is used. Once again, tell you, these all topologies are used for the local area network lane, not for the these are the used. So when you want to establish the lane local area network, you need any topology. Now it depends on the requirement of the organization. If you need a little number of computer, you need the bus topology. If you want to need the more numbers, you use other topologies. So it is for the local area network. Topologies are used for local area network. So star topology in this all nodes connected to hub. Means I again design here. This is the hub. Nowadays switches. So this is the one computer connected to. So this is centralized. You see, this is center-based connectivity, and these are the aerials. If it is a wireless, and if it's a wireless, and if it's a cable-based, then this will be like that. So this may be the cable, and these are the aerials. So it depends. Either are you using the Wi-Fi, wireless, wireless, unguided media or guided media, it depends on. So this is the hub or switch. H for hub and S for switch. So keep in mind. So these computers are connected with each other. So this uh, switch or hub means no doubt the lines are from the one side, but I tell you. So different lines are here. So, for example, is hub is a central device which connects different computers. You see, in the bus topology, the structure was different, and in the star topology, the structure different. So, because star topology is a central based, so all nodes are connected to hub or switch. You see, is all nodes are connected. Is all nodes. How many nodes are here? There are 7 nodes, and all 7 nodes are connected to this hub or switch. So packets sent to hub, and the hub sends packets to the destination. Means if you want to connect this computer, these packets, your packets will be sent to the hub or switch, and this hub or switch sent these packets to the destination node or destination nodes. So advantages of the star topology are easy to set up, because in the cable there was a first topology, there was a problem to set up, and you need to terminators which are the bouncing um, uh, signals, but there's no need of the terminator. If this computer is not working, just plug out the cable of this computer. This will not affect on the networking. So very easy connection or establishment of the networking. So, and one cable cannot crash the network, like in the bus topology. If cable is crashed, the whole network is crashed. But here it does not affect. However, there are disadvantages of the star topology as well, because if this is all computers, means there are 7 nodes, all are dependent of this hub, of this connectivity devices. This is the connective devices, the switch you may call it. So if one hub crashing down, entire network is crashed. For example, look at your home, you are using the switch. So if there's a problem with your switch, you all the family members cannot use the internet because your switch is not working. So this is a big advantage of this. If the switch is crashed or not working due to any problem, this will affect whole network. So uses, however, another disadvantage is it uses the lots of cables. Means each node needs separate cable. Each node needs separate cable. Each node may need separate cables. So Another thing, this is a local area network. Like if I tell you, this is the whole is the local area, the LAN. What the LAN? So even you may connect this LAN to another LAN here, and this may be connected to another LAN here. In stack topology, you may generate several lanes in an organization, in a building. You may generate several, like if you are using, look at your cable networking, what you see, uh, the, uh, the cable is connected to like here to your switch, and if you are these are the family members, you all are using this switch. And again, that cable is connected at another home, maybe in front of your home. That is another lane and another lane. So thousands of lane may be used through the cable. However, if a hub switch is faulty, the network will be not working properly. But in topology, star topology, the common topology used. Bus topology is not common, very rare. There is a rare usage of the bus topology, but the star topology is a very common topology used all over the world in all organizations. So this is the structure of the star topology. Look here, I try to try like this hub and different type of the computers. So even this is the server, and these are the even you may use the client server network and the star topology like this server controls these all computers, or even you may establish the peer-to-peer network in the star topology. All computers are independent. Other. And this is the extra cable, as I told you here. This is the extra cable like this that connect to the other networks. Another network topology is the ring topology. A ring topology is similar to bus topology. It uses a single cable with the end nodes connected to each other. So the signal can circle through the network to find its recipient. That where is the destined node or target node where data to be sent. So the signal will try to several times to find its destination, even when the network node is not working properly. So a collapsed ring has a central node, which is a hub. So router also, even the router or switch. The device has an internal ring topology and has a places for cable to plug in. Every computer in the network has its own cable to plug into the device. So in an office, this probably means having a cabling closest. So where all computers are connected to the closest and the switch even. So uh, ring topology works like the circle. For example, this is a computer. Again, this computer is this node is connected with this node, and this node will be connected with this node, and this node. This is in a circle or any shape, but all nodes are connected with each other. So this works in like a ring. So nodes connected in a circle. If you look here, my drawing is not good, therefore I cannot draw it properly. However, you may get the concept. So all the nodes are connected to each other in a circle. Tokens used to transmit data. So node must wait for token to send. For example, you are sending data from this node. For example, this is a node, and you want to send this data. So again, this data will come here. Ask this node to take that either data target is this, or this is a message target, or this one. So anyone, for example, this is the target. So message will end here. Again, if no destination node found, then again it will come here. So advantage is the time to send data is unknown, and the no data collision occurs in ring topology like in the bus topology. But the disadvantage is it's a slow because it takes all the nodes. So if there are 10 or 20 nodes, or then it will take more time, and lots of cables are required. For example, this computer in office A, so this computer will be connected in office B, for example, here, and so on. So cable is wastage, and again drawbacks are there. But in star topologies, a very little number of the drawbacks. Only the drawback of a hub. If a hub is a problematic, the network may be affected. Otherwise, it's a fine. No other thing may affect on the network. But in this network or in the bus topology, there are several problems, even the cable problems, system problems. System is not working, then whole network will be stopped. If the system is not working, whole system network is not working, because each system is connected to each other, and each system is checked while sending the data. Another is mesh topology. So mesh topology is basically there are three topologies: plus topology, star topology, and ring topology. So mesh topology is a combination of these all topologies. And not all topologies, but it was like ring and the topology. And this all computers are connected with each other. Like you see, and this all computers are not connected with each other. This computers are connected with this and this one. These computers are not directly connected with this one. So these computers are not directly connected with this one. Again, this computer is not directly connected with this one. But in mesh topology, each computer is directly connected to each other. So internet is a mesh network. Internet, because each computer is directly connected to each other. So internet is using the mesh network, not the topology, but the concept of the mesh network. So data will always be delivered. However, lots of cable and hard to set up. I can draw, for example, the computer, this is a computer, and this is a computer, this is a computer, and so this computer is connected with this computer. Again, like in the ring topology, so these computers are connected with it. Now, this computer is not connected with this computer. So this computer, now this computer will be connected with this computer also. This computer is not connected with this computer. So this computer will also be connected with this one. Now, this computer is not connected with this one. So this computer is also connected with this one. Each computer is connected with each other. So you see, a lot of cables are used. However, and how to difficult data will be faster, because this computer don't need of this computer to connect this computer. This computer will directly communicate with this computer, and this computer will directly communicate with any computer it wants. So very means that is a very good advantage, because data will always be delivered fastly and safely to the designated computer. However, setup is a complex if there is a huge network and cables are used more. So this is a mesh topology. So it's like a ring. However, in a ring, all computers are not connected with each other. But in this topology, all computers are connected with each other. So this is a mesh topology. You see, all computers are connected with each other. So another is a hybrid network. These are also network types, hybrid network types. In this, different networks are connected to each other, like the campus area network we discussed, and other uh, uh, corporation or organized area networks. So when in one large geographic area, like the metropolitan area network, for example, main. So resources related to same organization, and each department shares the lane. So this is like the metropolitan area, each organization working even in a single large building. So they need different topologies, different networks, and they have to connect. So this is hybrid. If you see, this is S star topology, This is connected to the ring topology. This is a ring topology, and again ring topology is connected to another star topology, and again this ring topology is connected to this another star topology, and this another star topology. However, ring topology is the central topologies. I mean, like these maybe the servers or other computers which are connected to each other. Then we may connect this topology may be connected here with this bus topology, for example. So even if you need that there are very limited computers, so you may connect to these computers and the terminator which absorbs the uh, or drops what the signal. So this is a hybrid computer network type where we connect the different topologies with each other. So like in a hybrid network, I told you, like this is the metropolitan area network. So metropolitan area network is the type of the hybrid network. And so metropolitan area network is a basically large network that connects different organizations, even in the single organization, and even you may connect the different organizations. For example, your organization have X partners, and those partners having their own organization. So those organizations may be connected to your organization with some access restrictions. So shares regional resources. So a network provider sells time, even sells other things to their partners. So this is a common even. Different organizations are connected with their partner organizations. Home area network we discussed already, so don't waste your time again to discuss these things. I discussed already these things. So small scale networks, home area networks are small scale network that facilitates the uh, home members. Personal area network, we discussed already, very small scale network, range is less than 2 meters. So like if you connect the cell phones, the PDS, MP3, like the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or other communication medium, you that will be called the personal area network. For example, you friends go there at any place or even the home or out of the home, you connect your mobile phones, you sharing calls or sorry, connect the phones to share the data or other things. You this is called the personal area network. This is a very temporary network which you establish for some specific purposes. Now we discuss the network media. So network media is basically of two types. That is the wired and wireless media. Wired means the guided, and wireless means unguided media. Wire means guided, and wireless means unguided media. So two type of the network media are used. So many protocols uh, can work with the both wired and wireless networks. So I told you that what is the network protocol. So network protocols are the languages that computer devices use to communicate. So the protocols that computer networks support offer another way to define and group them. So networks can have more than one protocol, and each can support different applications. So protocols that are often used include TCP/IP, which is the most common on the internet and in home networks. But that is not no doubt it's a very much important to discuss, but at this stage I don't believe that it is necessary to discuss you, because my purpose is to define the basics of network, or the how you may the basic network, or you should know that what type of the network are using at your home and at your offices, or what type of organizations are using networks. So this is the purpose to tell you at your level. So one of the means if we talk about the network mediums, so in the recent years, however, So wireless technologies have grown and become much more popular. Like if you see, everyone is using the wireless media, not the cable. Very little number are using the cable, but wireless is a common because they save the expenses and reduce the cost, cable cost, especially you don't need to purchase the cable. So wireless in a wireless Wi-Fi is common. So Wi-Fi and other wireless technologies have become the favorite option for building computer networks. One of the reasons for this is that a wireless network can easily support different types of wireless uh, gadgets, mobiles, computers, laptops that have become popular over the years, such as smartphones and tablets, laptops, and so on. So mobile networking is now an important thing to consider because it's not going to go away anytime soon. So this network is a basically links that connects nodes from one computer to another computer. That may be through the cable media or non-cable, so wired media or non-wired media. So definitely choices impact speed, security, size. It depends. Sometimes um, if there's a no road on the wireless media, it give you the good speed. Otherwise, cable give you good speed, and the security issues are here with both. And even the size depends that what of the size of your networking, how many nodes are computers or nodes you are using in your network, and so it depends and it affect the speed as well. So this is the wire-based media. If you look here, or as I told you, guided media. So you look here. This is the twisted pair cables. You look here. There are 8 cables in one cable. This is the twisted pair, and the pair of 2 cables is made. So there are 4 pairs, means 8 points and 4 cables. This is a commonly used cable is the twisted pair cable. So most in a LAN we are mostly using the for the star topology, especially star topology using the twisted pair. So if you are using the switch or the hub at your home, you are using the twisted pair 5K and so on. So most common LAN cable called the Cat5 or 100 base T. So 4 pairs of copper cable twisted. If you look here, these are the 4 pairs uh, copper cable. So maybe shielded from interference that no one can interfere. And these shield keep this copper safe. So speed range from 1 Mbps to 1000 Mbps. So these are used for the local area network connectivity, especially in the store topology. Another wire-based media is a coaxial cable, commonly called the coax. So similar to cable TV wire. So you are using the cable TV. So what you get connection from the cable network, that cable is basically coaxial. So one wire runs through cable, shielded from the interference, and even this is suitable for the bus topology and the ring topology. So bus and ring topologies are using the coaxial cables. So speed up to 10 Mbps. So twisted pair is a very good thing. That this because their its speed is high, and if there is a problem in this cable, break at any place, just disconnect you from the whole network. Another cable is a fiber optic cable, is a very good cable. It has transmitted with the light pulses. So you imagine what is the speed of light. This cable provide you the data, the connection with the same speed. So glass strand instead of the cable. You see, there's a in the twisted pair and coaxial we are using the copper wire, but in this we use the glass. So immune to interface, and it's a very secure and speed up to 100 Gbps. But hard to work this one because it's a glass and there are some danger or some drawback. If it break, it may be problematic, and so we have to take care when work with these cables. However, these are very speedy, safe, and based cables to connect the local area network. The wireless media is different than the cable. Definitely, in wireless media, we don't need to use the cable, so we use without cable, and we reduce the cost of cable. So data transmitted through the air. Definitely, look here. This computer is this organization is connected with this organization through wireless media. So the signals travel through the air or space. So there are different types of wire cables, and RAN uses radio waves. So a radio wave is a type of electromagnetic signals designed to carry information through the air or relatively long distances. Sometimes the radio waves are referred to as a radio frequency, and signals, definitely radio frequency signals or RF signals. So in addition, the radio waves are the primary means for carrying data over a wireless network, because when there was no computers, the radio was here, and your radio transmission was occurred through the radio frequency or radio signals. So WANs use microwave signals as well. So microwave is RAN is using radio signals, and WANs are using the microwave. So microwave is a line of sight. So wireless communication technology that uses high frequency beams of radio waves to provide a high speed wireless connection that can send and receive voice, video, and data information. So this is very powerful that provide you all type of the data like the voice, video, and other data in the files and other way. So the wireless media is a very easy to set up, just to uh, use the related IP, Internet Protocol of that connection. For example, you are using this server. This is a server, for example, and you are using here. So you have to use the IP of this server. IP is a basically specific address of identification of the concerned node. For example, your name, your family name is identification of your family. So if someone want to connect to you, that will be connected to you through your identity. So IP is the identity of system of the uh, computer that connects you to another computer through wireless media. Now, in the guided media or cable media, we use networking. We some devices that are the card that are called the network interface cards. So network interface card are also called these are the network adapters. So you see here we input the connector. So this connector is for the twisted pair cable. So we use here the connector uh, here, and we use this adapter for the local area network. So it connects a node to the meter. Means the meter will be connected here, and again this will be inserted in the motherboard of any computer, and that computer will be automatically connected with the uh, targeted computer. So unique machine access code is used, that is commonly called the MAC machine access code. So every piece of network device or hardware means what is the make. So every piece of the network device or hardware that connects to the computer network is a machine access code or make code associated with it. So makes or make addresses are typically assigned the manufacturer of network devices. So there's a address that is called the make address, and that address is assigned by the manufacturer. So each card is a address that connect to each other. So that address is a basically identity. So you see, this is a like the concept of network, that how system networks are connected with each other. So these all networks are connected to some devices like the switch, gate, routers, and so on. So connect nodes in the network. These all devices are node, and cable runs from node to a node. If you see, and crossover cables connect two computers. Is one computer and two computers are connected here. So this is the hub, as I discussed already to you. These are the hubs and used in the star topology. Keep in mind, hubs are used in the star topology, not in the bus or ring or mesh topology. These are these are not used in the ring and the bus topology. So central hub is the center of the star network. All nodes receive transmitted packets. Like here, if this computer have sent, these are the transmitted packets and sent to related computers. This is a printer, even also it is connected. So look here. This is a switch. Switch basically replaced the hub. Hub are not secure, but switches are secure. So switches are of different levels, like the 5-port switch, 24-port switch, and 48-port switch. And the different companies are providing you switch. So it depends on the organization that what type of the switch is required to that organization, Cisco and others. So only intended node receives the transmission. These are safe, secure, and fast even. So a hub is a networking device that allows you to connect multiple PCs to a single network. There is a switch connects various devices, even devices together on a single computer network. So a hub operates on the physical layer, whereas a switch operates on the data link layer. These are the networking layers discussed in another lecture. So what is the data link layer, physical layers? So switches are operates on the data link layer, while hub is using the physical layer. Now, bridge connects two or more lanes together. Means one lane and another lane. If you connect two or more lanes, you need the bridge that connects the lanes. Like, for example, even in your city, you are using bridge. So from another part, this part to another part of the city, you use any bridge to connect these parts. So packets sent to remote lane across, so other packets do not cross. It means the related and identified packets will be crossed also. So segments the network on MAC addresses depends on the MAC, because MAC provide the identity to the devices. Another connectivity devices is a router, very common, you definitely heard. So router connects two or more lanes together. Packets sent to remote lane cross, and network is segmented by IP address. So different lanes may be connected to here through their IP addresses, and no doubt router analyze the data, create the routing table that may be vanished after half an hour. So means the router store the data. There does not store the data. Router store the data for some minimum time. So network is segmented by IP. There's a IP of each lane, and connect internal networks to the internet. Means router connects the lane to the WAN, wide area network or global area network. So need configured before installation. When you install the router, you must configure it according to your requirement, according to your network. Gateway is another type of the network hardware that connects the network. So it connects two dissimilar network. Means not the same type of the network, dissimilar net on basis of the network topologies, on basis of operating systems, on basis of other things, using the different, even on basis of the protocols or IP addresses. So it connects coax, means coaxial or twisted pair as well. So for example, one network is the bus topology, another is the store topology. A gateway connects both networks, means dissimilar networks. So most gateways contained in other devices. The cabling specification, bandwidth, measures cable speed definitely, means the bandwidth depend on your cable, typically measured in megabits per second, Mbps, megabits per second. So maximum cable length definitely reduce the speed as well, because data transfers a lot from one node to another node. So connector describes the type of plug that what are the plug you for start topology. Definitely you use the different connector. For topology, you use the different. So look here. This is the Ethernet cable, and these are the connectors. So very popular cabling technology, 10 base T. This is a twisted cable. So 10 base 2 or 10 base 5, 8, 5, and so on. So maximum bandwidth 10 Mbps, maximum distance that may be covered from 100 to 500 meters, even you may cover through the twisted pair. So nowadays, twisted pair is used for the internet connectivity. Fast Ethernet is a newer version of Ethernet. So bandwidth is 100 Mbps, megabits per second. Since in the twisted pair is a 10 Mbps. So in this it's a 100 Mbps. So uses the CAT5. This is also twisted pair of greater cable. Sometimes called the 100. The CAT5 of the twisted pair is using the 100 Mbps, megabits per second. However, it uses the switch to transfer the data and to transfer the data fastly. Another Ethernet cable that uses a gigabit. The twisted pair is using the megabit and it uses the gigabits. So high bandwidth version of Ethernet is uses from 1 to 10 Gbps, gigabits per second. While Ethernet in a twisted pair form, it uses the Mbps and it uses the Gbps, gigabits per second. So CAT5 or fiber optic cable. For this purpose, a fiber optic cable is using the gigabits speed, and it's a very safe, secure, and fast. So all the video conferencing, teleconferencing, and other these conferences uh, occurred through the fiber optics. So it's a very fast, secure, and give you more bandwidth. So token ring is another that uses the shielded twisted pair cabling, bandwidth between 10 to 25 Mbps, and uses multiple access unit MAU, and it's a popular in the manufacturing and finance. For these two departments, token ring is a very good if you are using the ring topology or the other ISTA topology. So these are very good. So dear students, thank you very much for watching my lecture. And I try to give you the basic knowledge, not the deep and deep knowledge that make you confused. I just tell you that what is computer network, how it works, what are the uses of computer, how we may establish the network, and what type of topology should be used. What topology is useful for us for the what I say the network which will be suitable either bus topology. It depend on the requirement of ring topology or star topology or mesh topology. But star topology is a common topology that is used to establish the local area network. I told you that these topologies are used for local area network, and local area network may be connected to metropolitan area network, wide area network, global area network. And now you got it that how you get the data on your cell phone, mobile phone, on your computer, and how you get data at your home, what type of the network are you using, and what type of the network you may be established. So take care of you, and uh, repeat, means watch again this lecture and make the notes that you may give a very good examination. Take care of you.